If I could write a letter to the Ayatollah, it would go something like this. Rockets landing, 12 January 2020. Dear Ayatollah Allah Khamenei, I think this is probably the first time that I have ever written a letter to a terroristic, murderous, and violently evil asshole. Well, I guess there's a first time for everything. I'm old enough to remember when the Shah was in power in Iran. Back then, the nation of Iran was an ally of the United States. All that changed in February of 1979, when your predecessor, Ayatollah Khomeini, and his minions overthrew the Shah. On November 4th, 1979, Iranian militants stormed the American embassy and took 52 American hostages. These hostages were held for 444 days. This was an egregious act perpetrated by what later became the single largest financial backer of terrorism in the world. You and your ilk have buckets of American blood on your hands. Although you and your followers are complete trash, you are not completely ignorant. On the day that Ronald Reagan was sworn in as President of the United States, taking over for the grinning peanut grower from Georgia, you snakes in the grass decided that it would be a good call to release the hostages. You were correct in that assumption. You have continued to perpetrate terror on a massive scale in Afghanistan, Iraq, and around the world. I think you have figured out, though, that there is a new sheriff in town. His name is Donald Trump. He will no longer allow you to bully the United States, our allies, or anyone else in the Middle East. Your time in power is coming to a close. I would be remiss, though, if I didn't warn you about the biggest threat against you and your regime, that being the American people. Just so that you know, we hate your freaking guts and everything you stand for. We do not hate your people. We hate your regime. We stand in solidarity with those who would like to live in a free and prosperous Iran. This will never happen under your leadership. That is why we will ensure that our leaders push for your ouster. When you are shouting death to America, just know that you are poking a sleeping lion. We would like nothing better than to send you and all your crazy-ass followers to meet your 72 virgins. Keep on playing with fire, Mr. Ayatollah, and the Grim Reaper will send you straight to hell. Sincerely, the Rocket Man.